Alrighty troops, so a heads up on the route around the train track. So on arriving towards the Beckerton Poacher, coming from Nantwich towards Wrexham Way, you can either park there on the left hand side in their car park and then choose to run this route, or you just simply follow this route in your cars, head down this right hand, turn off, here we go, until approximately around about a mile down this road until you get to a Y junction. When you hit this Y junction, notoriously there'll be lots of cars parked here anyway on the left hand side, and that star there is how you're going to enter towards the hill. Through the style, take the right hand turning, so you can see as a left hand track, go right and then stick to the prominent track. As you go up the track, you'll cross a clear road. Head straight across that road. Stay on the obvious track. Gets a little bit boggy. And then you'll hit this fencing with this grid. And then just short of the grid, as you can see there on the left-hand side. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that, it's not even steep. 3, 2, 1, sprint. And then up you go. Make your way up the train tracks, guys. Just a nice steady pace that you can stay consistent with. At the top, it'll be obvious where the top is. And then just there, slightly right in front of them people, take the obvious track that you can climb up onto the top. There's a big large opening, and then handrail the cliff face off over to the right hand side. Again, it's quite an obvious prominent track. Keep that drop away over to the right until you then start descending down the hill, and then it'll actually go up onto the right hand side, as you can see there. And as you drop down, there's like 3 main pathways. You should be able to make out a house in the distance. It's like a gatehouse. Over on the right hand side now, there is a way you can get down there, but it's quite a severe drop. It's quite severe on the old ankles and the footing, so just carry on going. Stay on this obvious track that Ro's clearly marking out. There's the drop off there, the one to avoid, you may have done before. Possibly a shorter route, but a quicker way to get to the hospital. Then descend down towards this bench, and then just past the bench you'll come to another stile. You can see that gatehouse across from you now. Go through this gap in the wall, drop down these steps, and then around to the right, handrail the hedge. There's only 2 obvious ways you can go anyway, left or right. We're going right. And then down the track. Again, this is quite severe. Underfoot now is quite a severe drop. So just take your time. No running or sprinting down this phase. Be quite severe on the old ankles. And this is a really obvious track until a point of where you can see some barbed wire fencing on the right hand side, and then there's a cutaway where you can go through the fencing. Don't worry if you miss that. Further down you'll see an obvious gate and a stile there, and then just come through until you hit this obvious track that we're on now. Now this is the track that you first started on before you hit the actual train track itself. Over on the left hand side you've got a big prominent red brick building there as a reference point to know that you're on the right route. And then also you got this gaswork stuff over onto the left here that you should see. And then you're nearly there now. There's a few more 100 meters going through this wooded pathway, and then as soon as you hit the fencing on the left hand side, that is you back at the original start point of the train track itself. See the big concrete grid, and then just past that, train track for those that are going back up it on round 2.